Call the meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Please pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Vinny Kennedy.
Mike Husa.
Holding McCray, Karen Delpino, Congress.
Okay, do any amendments to the agenda? Hearing none. Do we have any approval of minutes?
Motion to approve the April 28th, 26th business session Board of Education minutes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion. You're abstaining. Perfect. Motion carries.
Okay, and a motion to accept the May 2026 workshop session Board of Education minutes.
With discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained?
I abstain.
Motion carries. At this time, any audience of citizens, anyone in the audience? Moving on to board correspondence.
I got one email. It was a concern that was raised. It went.
By Principal Heather.
So welcome back to OHS for what will be our final meeting here of the 25-26 school year. We have two incredible recognitions tonight, and so I first want to speak about the group to my right. In the coming weeks, these are student athletes traveling to represent Special Olympics Connecticut Summer Games in Minnesota. Qualifying for an event of this magnitude takes more than just raw talent. It's a medicine, early morning practices, resilience in the face of challenges, in an unshakable team spirit. These students embody the absolute best of our school district. That we're not just about the final score, but about grit, inclusion, and joy of competing. They head out to Minnesota. They aren't just carrying their athletic gear, but also the very pride of our entire community. To our athletes, look around them tonight and know that your schools, your teachers, your families, and the entire board are standing with you. Recognition is in our eyes. Thank you for inspiring us, for showing us what is possible, and for representing OHS with dignity and joy. Join me in congratulating athletes and wishing them the absolute best of luck summer games. Bring home the importantly for that remarks. Capra, who's going to oversee this trip, and she has a few words about our student athletes. Thank you.
Good evening, members of the board and administration. Thank you so much for this acknowledgement. It's an honor to stand here tonight to recognize our team. These 10, well, 7 right now, but these 10 remarkable young men have poured hearts and amazing teamwork into this year, preparing for our future exciting ever. We are winning the first Unified Sports State Level 1 basketball tournament in 2025. We're asked to represent Connecticut in the Olympic U.S. Games being held in Minnesota. And because of these individuals' skills, energy, effort, and enthusiasm, they're ones who we chose to head to Minnesota to compete in the 5v5 interscholastic basketball competition. There is no doubt in my mind that they will represent your town, our school, and our state tremendously. To our administration, school staff, and the board, thank you. Your strong support creates a community where inclusion is a focus and proven to be a value. Myself, with assistant coach and paraprofessor Ivy Fleming, along with our team, will be sure to make you proud. Thank you very much.
So very quickly, I do want to note that Ms. Fleming and daughter created this visual graphic, which went to each of our competitors for summer games. So it's here on display, and we're all going to call each of them. They'll be receiving a little basketball pad, it's a keychain, put on your gear as they come to Minnesota.
Thank you. So not here tonight because of the varsity golf banquet. Our seniors Sean Bush, Kevin Musicone, and Fred Blum. Also golf banquet, Gabby Blum, who was on our original roster but can no longer play due to ACL injury and surgery. But she is still gonna go, and she's under media, so still be there. But here with us tonight are sophomore Cheyenne Ghani, junior Dylan Doliak, junior Vincent Buchanowicz, junior Zane Boyd, senior Chase Scalera, Massimo Sergato, and Gabriel Hernandez. Here.
No last of the distinction, we're going to recognize, the people I like to affectionately refer to the top 10 events. So it's my absolute privilege to celebrate a milestone moment in the district as we recognize the top 10 academic students of the class of 2026. Behind me, you're going to see a variety of photos. Some I screen grabbed from Instagram, so blame your parents if you have a photo or what they created on your back. And for those who I couldn't find on Instagram, Miss Aldrich has magical way of like lurking around and catching you in the candid moments in time. So we were able to get a picture of her as well as Kaylin after she won the ceremony. So to finish at the very top of a graduating class is a monumental achievement. It represents 4 years of unwavering focus, late nights, early mornings, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. But what makes this really remarkable is just her exceptional grade point average, is their character. Over the last 4 years, these 10 young adults have not just excelled in the classroom, they have shaped the culture of our school. Among them, we have peer mentors, varsity athletes, talented artists, innovative thinkers, and student leaders. They have pushed their peers to deeper, inspired others with their profound curiosity, and modeled what it means to be a dedicated scholar. As we honor these students, we must also acknowledge the foundation behind them. To the parents and families here tonight, thank you for the endless support, the encouragement, and the quiet sacrifices you made to help them reach this peak. To our incredible staff, thank you for sparking the passion for discovering the students to reach so high. To top 10 students of the class of 2026, as you propose this chapter into the future, remember that your intelligence is a gift, but your work ethic and your integrity are your choices. We have no doubt that we'll use these tools to make a profound impact on the world. On behalf of the entire school district, congratulations on this magic honor. We are so incredibly proud of you. So I'm gonna call you up, they don't know this yet, in alphabetical order, just to recognize each of us tonight. Some of them do have prior commits, so we have, about half of our top 10. And then if you wouldn't mind just sort of sharing with us, like what it is you're looking to most next year, anything you want to share. So Cardiff. Next fall, I'm going to UConn for electrical engineering, and I'm most excited to have my independence sites and meet new people and get a better education. We'll have better. I'm really excited to do some civil engineering at University of Haven, and I'm very excited to continue my PLTW program and solve some problems in the world. Yeah. I'm very excited to be at Clemson in South Carolina and no matter the weather. Jenna Pagoda. I'm going to WestCon for musical theater, so I'm excited to be singing and dancing. Kim Stewart. To start attending Eastern and some college. So at last Thursday's first assembly, we recognized top there, the certificate, as well as the shirts they wearing. So we got quick to photo before turns it over. But I have the entirety of OHS and we are incredibly proud of both groups of individuals who achieved incredible recognitions. Couldn't be more proud of them. Thank you all.
Ralph, if you could come up as well. We have some from the board. I'd like to present the 10 students who had excellence achievement since the moment you start school. The dedication is basically, it's a great accomplishment. The fact that you can stay steady, curriculars, whether it's cheerleading, drama, sports, your activity that you might have been involved in. You're a testament to your family, to the school, to the community. Heather, hard to be a follow back because you have such way more. But we call you up and present you a gift from the board for you to wear at graduation, to go with all the words earned and achieved. All the names, and again, I apologize if you people are here to look them up and collect. Carter, stay up here. We're just going to take a photo.
Okay.
Sarah, Audrey, bro. Sabrina, letter. Abby Fitzpatrick. Jenna. Sully. I'll skip down. Caitlin Stewart. Board members? Come on. You called in. Yes.
You guys just the old, yeah. The owl, but.
Don't worry, have the video off.
Yeah, sure. When we all eat. Girls and things. Two, three, one, two, three. Thank you. I'll share it. I like.
Not us. What was it? Oh, I got you, okay. If we move on to our action items, it gets really exciting. Certified personnel, do we have any updates?
So we'll go through them quickly. We have 2 resignations, we have 2 retirements. And just highlight the retirement of 2 long-term teachers, in Oxford, Henry County, school psychologist up here at high school, and also Babette Lasso, grade 1 teacher at Quaker Arms. So very special thank you to both of them for all of their service to the Oxford public schools, our students. Very excited for them. Very sad to see them go.
Absolutely. Do a motion to accept the certified update.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
discussion. To just echo, as the retirements, my son actually got to meet Mr. Cranky and, this last, my daughter. So both missed and, special people. So do we,
Had a program back in school, the one bunch of kids, my son for that. I guess the walkers have fun and shit.
That's got a special, great, phenomenal teacher. Very lucky.
do we have, all those in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay. Do we have a motion for the organizational chart?
Motion to approve the organizational chart, effective July 1, 2026.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, I think you have a few.
A couple of lengthy modes here, the health food certification. First one is pursuant to Connecticut General Section 10-215 Board, Oxford Board of Education certifies that all food is offered for sale to students in schools under jurisdiction and not exempted from the Connecticut Nutrition Standards published by the Connecticut State Department of Education will comply with the Connecticut Nutrition Standards during the period of July 1, 2026 through 2027. The certification shall include all food for sale to students separately from reimbursable meals at all times and from all sources, including not limited to school stores, machines, school cafeterias, culinary programs, and any fundraising activities on school premises, sponsored by school or non-school organizations and groups.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
The second motion is the Oxford Board of Education will allow the sale to students of food items that do not meet the Connecticut Nutrition Standard and beverages not listed in section 10-212 of the Connecticut General Statutes, provided that the following conditions. 1, the sale is in connection to an event occurring after the regular school day or weekend. 2, sale is at the location of 3, the food and beverage items vending machine or school or an event is that involves more than just a regularly scheduled practice, meeting, or extracurricular activity. For example, soccer games, school games, and interclass debates are events, soccer practices, play rehearsals, and debate teams are not. For school is the period from midnight before to 30 after the end of the official school day. Location means the event is being held must be the same as food and beverage sales.
Do we have a second? Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, Cole, with some policies.
Yes, we do. So, down to second for tonight is bylaw 9132.2. And that is the finance committee, we, the policy came up with to propose language, we sent it down to the committee level for the finance to put their stamp on it, make any change and bring it back to us. So we're here for a second read tonight to vote on approval of this bylaw. Does anybody have any questions? All right, then I motion that it's written.
Do we have a second? Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
The next item for 932.4, and that is policy and follow committee. With the language approved ourselves, now we're here for the vote on it. Do you have any questions during that? Hearing none, motion that we approve the bylaw.
Do we have a second? Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
And the last policy we have for tonight is policy 5005. The best way for me to summarize is to read what I have in the minutes for policy committee meeting. And it says, the current policy follows the law that children who are 5 years of age on or after the first day of September of the school year are eligible to attend school that year. There's a procedure in place, regulations for parents or guardians to petition the school to seek an early admission waiver under certain circumstances. Early admission decisions are within the discretion of the district. Effective July 1st, 2027, there will be no discretion for early admission kindergarten. So we're taking away that waiver. It's not something that we as a district is deciding, that's the law is, that's what we need to follow. So that's why the change is here. Does anybody have questions regarding that? Okay. Hearing none, I move to make a motion that we approve the policy 5005 as written.
Do we have a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
And that's it.
Report of superintendent.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank Heather for staying tonight and acknowledging all of our student honorees. These accomplishments, 10 all over their years. Also, an incredible event happened last week. We were identified, GOES, Grade Elementary School, as 6 blue ribbon schools here in the state of Connecticut. An honor. We're waiting for the details for the recognition ceremony in Hartford on June 9th. So I'll share that with you. So just amazing acknowledgement for all our take place, getting to that point and being recognized by the state. There are 170 districts in Connecticut. I don't know how schools there are, but well over 1,000. So it's quite the accomplishment. So, and I researched release last week just in the meeting about it too. So it's very, very exciting to share that with our community. Budget, our success on May 14th. Get all support from our community. Everyone taking the vote. It's really important. Tonight, our unified basketball team was acknowledged. I'm going to have the opportunity to go to Bristol this week and play. So very excited about that, as well as Dalton, Minnesota to the open ceremony. So I'm very excited to share in that. It's quite the honor again for us to be recognized at the national level basketball from a state. So they're representative for basketball state of Connecticut. So it's a very proud moment for all of us. Last week, I know that Nicole was there on the capstone showcase. Some of the students were actually presenting. Just really amazing how comfortable they were on stage and really sharing their work. The successes, also their failures and challenges of doing the project. I was really impressed Jacob was there too. He did a great job. And shared what worked, what didn't work. And that takes a lot of courage to do that. It's easy to brag about what works well, but sometimes, we crash and burn on things. But that's how we get to something really. So really enjoyed the time watching the students present that. And also this week we had the senior Arto and the Tricolor Society. Just really visiting the coffee shop, coffee something they called it. But it was student singing performance for parents, and as well as then recognizing their accomplishments beyond their side. And then I would just encourage everyone, so many end of the school activities that are going on in school, so I really encourage people to take time to participate in some of that. So that's it. Send them my report.
Superintendent.
All the fun stuff. So I've been keeping a close eye on the end of this recent legislative session. I was actually up, not last week, before, up at the Capitol. They did legislative wrappers, and they went closely that the workforce bill that we've been thinking about. So just keeping an eye on what gets through the governor's office and what we need to into our changes to legislation. And I've given them that I'll be talking more about for relates to policy. And then the other is hiring. This is hiring season, and so with the change in staff, we've had personnel updates, retirements, and the like. We've been posting for those positions. We have a number of positions posted now. We have, as part of the budget passing, we do have our STEM posted. We have our communications director posted. We have our human resource bookkeeper posted. We have a reading session at Quaker Farms. We have a preschool teacher position open at Quaker Farms. A PE and health team open across the middle school and high school. English teacher at the high school. So we have a number of positions open. I'm very proud to say that we are getting a ton of applications. So people are really interested in Oxford. It's exciting for us seeing building leaders as they're doing interviews, and I think being in new college district is making it much more better for our kids. So that was the update with relation to personnel, and keep at it. Hopefully get that hiring before the school year ends.
Great. And report of the chair. So I just want to start by thank you. Great presentation. It was nice to see all the students attend. I know it's hard at the end of the year. Everyone's pulled about 20 directions. But it was really nice to see students. Thank the community and the parents for voting for the budget. It's not an easy thing. The budget process takes more time than it should. But it's a very big thing. It's what funds all the great things we do in the district. Unified Sports, I wish them the best of luck in Minnesota. They've worked really hard. It's a great group, great program, and I'm happy that they're representing Oxford, Connecticut, as they take home the gold. The top 10 seniors have already moved on. They're moving on to, grading, whether it's to college or to any field. I think at the honor banquet, we had a few students going for service. Very excited to see that. We do great things in Oxford. The high school is kind of where we set along the world, so it's a really nice experience. For Memorial Day parade, for those that attended and participated, we had hundreds of students, all of our buildings participate in it. And parents, volunteering, coaching, working the parade to get successful. I want to thank everyone who's been a part, as well as those who watched the parade. I know it was raining and it was very hard to even get the floats. We had like 5-10 minutes prior to the event starting because the rain was doing its job. Just a graduation reminder, Monday, June 15th, we're going to be having graduation for both middle school promotion and the high school graduation. Rate is the next day, June 16th. I knew I could never get that blue ribbon announcement before you, Ralph.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's still a great honor for GOES, for Quaker up in the process and for the district as a whole, say that we're a blue ribbon district, we have a blue ribbon school. That stays forever. I told her she's 10, she doesn't get it. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing. So when you're gone, when you're out of college and you still came a district that had the blue ribbon school and you were part of that. So it's a great honor. And yeah, I thank for continued support as we finish up this fiscal year. And now student report, Jacob.
Alright, so this one has officially started to see this building, I assume the grade 5. I heard how many other classmates in other years it's been quiet, but also I'm off on campus. I'm starting to miss every day, waking up at 6 o'clock. At the same time, I'm having fun. Go to work, which is one of the things people could do, even though I did my capstone for engineering. Some as seniors, we'll be coming back tomorrow. We have our class trip to Six Flags in England. With the juniors on Friday, we have our prom. I don't remember where that is exactly, but it's a golf course in Monroe. And really only 3 weeks of school. I also just want to say thank you so much for welcoming me to the board. It's been an honor, it's been a blast. I'm not sure what to say at our meeting, so but every time.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob.
That's a committee report. So for facilities, I don't have too much except to say that our next meeting is, I believe, June 8th, based on our schedule, the way we do this. So we're looking forward to that meeting. I think a few topics when it's the grade playground that we're hoping to find ways to make that happen, as well as go through and make sure that we finish the year on the right foot. That we are I think we have some big projects coming up, some at the high school, some around the district. They're not as exciting to talk about, but they're still very important. Oil, heating, that's enter the summer. So I'd say that's all for that curriculum.
Is not here, but we had a very brief meeting. Eric, if I missed anything, you could let me know. But after the agenda, we just talked briefly about the hiring of the new communications person. That the position was, they had a couple of applications, and then we were looking to we just a little more with the school business stuff and how we want to kind of tackle that going forward. Now that it's officially part of this committee, so we discussed some high-level ideas. We're going to kind of approach those opportunities as they come up in the future. And then we said we will discuss whether or not we're going to need a June meeting as we wrap up the year. We're just going to see if anything caught that our attention before we wrap for the summer.
So we have our last policy meeting of the year, June 4th, at 45. It's a virtual meeting, and we'll see what we can tap before the end of the school year.
Finance, except to say, I think our next meeting is tomorrow, virtually 5:30. Prior to that, we closed out on our budget season, so at this point, happy to say that we have a budget for next year. So we're very excited on that and looking forward to hear how the insurance claim is coming along. It's always fun, you know, finance, insurance, good stuff. And at this point, liaison report. Do you have any updates for Brewster?
But I think they're pretty much in the throes of planning all the senior events, the lock-in to 2012. Last year we donated a fridge. I don't know if we want to do that again. The board seemed to like those. And that's all.
PTO is and their books advice and the print sale. We just a new board was elected. So welcome to the PTO staff or ladies. It's really exciting. They are just constantly thinking of new ideas, and it's to hear with lots of exciting ideas coming for next year. Just phenomenal, and we're really lucky to have them support us.
I guess, do we have anyone hiding and then Nooker Craney. Well, I think at this time, we are gonna be with executive session. Motion?
Very well. Yes, to enter into executive session for discussion regarding the education's self-evaluation and interpersonal relationship. Oh, that's the agenda item, I'm sorry. The motion is that the board enter into executive session for the self-evaluation for the purpose of the board interpersonal relation. I move that the board invite to the executive session superintendent of schools, Dr. Marino, and assistant superintendent of schools, Dr. Moore.
We have a second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Executive session at 7:06.
Thank you.
Okay. We're out of executive session. We have a motion to enter into our executive session.
I hereby move the board move into executive session for the purpose of discussing proposed memorandum of understanding with the Oxford Education Association regarding extracurricular currently in the OEA contract. I further move the Board of Ed into executive session, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Maroon, and Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Moore.
Do we have a second? Discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained? We enter into executive session at 7:56 PM. Okay, we have a motion to take executive session.
Yes. Hereby move to enter into executive session for the purpose of reviewing and discussing possible amendment terms and conditions of employment, superintendent of schools, director of facilities and director of finance, director of technology, director of health, safety and security, athletic trainer, district technician, and administrative assistant to the superintendent. I further move that the Board of Education invite into executive session, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Rito, Superintendent of Dr. Moore.
Second,
Second.
discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained? We enter into executive session at 8 PM exactly.
Okay. So first motion, I hereby move that the board approve the proposed contract of employment with Dr. Gary Mullen, position of assistant superintendent of school, term commences July 1, 2026, as discussed by the board in executive session, and further move that the board authorize chairman to sign the contract on behalf of the board, subject to necessary further legal.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
Hereby move that the board approve the proposed contract employment with Mr. Michael D'Agostino, position of Director of Facilities and Transportation for a 2-year term, commencing on July 1, 2026, as discussed by the board in executive session. And further, the board authorizes chairman to sign the contract on behalf of the board. It's subject to any necessary further review.
Do we have a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. All opposed? Abstain?
And two?
Sue, did you vote in favor?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, okay.
Okay, motion carries.
I hereby move that the board approve the proposed contract employment with Mr. Noah Langer for the Director of Finance for a 2-year term commencing on July 1, 2026, as discussed by the board in section, and further move that the board authorize chairman to sign such contract on behalf of the board, subject to any necessary further review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I hereby move that the board approve the proposed contract of employment with Mr. James Singer, position of Director of Technology for a 2-year term commencing July 1, 2026, as discussed in the session, and move that the board authorizes its chairman to sign such contract on behalf of the board, subject to necessary further legal review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
I hereby move that the board approve the position of the proposed contract of employment with Mr. Brian Viger for the position of Director of Health, Safety, and Security for a 2-year term in 2026, as discussed by the board in executive session, and further move the board authorize its chairman to sign such contract on behalf of the board, subject to further legal review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
I hereby move that the board authorize or approve the proposed contract of employment with Ms. Chelsea McGee for the position of athletic trainer for a 2-year term commencing on July 1, 2026, by the board in executive session. Move that the board authorize its chairman to sign such contract on behalf of the board, subject to any necessary legal review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
Okay, I hereby move the board approve the proposed contract of employment with Regina Palach for the position of district maintenance technician for a 2-year term, July 1, 2026, as discussed by the executive session. And further move the board authorize its chairman to sign such contract on behalf of the board, with any necessary further legal review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Last but not least, I hereby move that the board approve the contract of employment with Ms. Elizabeth Murphy for the position of administrative assistant to the superintendent, 2-year term commencing on July 1, 2026, as discussed in the executive session, and further move that the board authorize its chair to sign such contract at the board, subject to any necessary further legal review.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. I think we're done. We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a second. Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Meeting is over. 8:02 p.m.